All right. All right. Oh, darn it. There we go. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Twitch. Sorry. Forgot to put me on the screen for you guys. All right. I guess we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. I guess we're going to go ahead and crank this up real quick. Before we get started, tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 8,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to at least 50 shares. Let's also knock out the daily gift goal. It's the little love you much. Knock those out for me. Knock those out for me. And you know what? You know what? How about we get active? Anyone interested in actually getting active? I feel like you guys are ready. Let's do it.
You stepped in the box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts like lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, he slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats and get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit. Hey, step in if you dare. Truth hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna?
Sparring with Santana.
I don't care what you claim or your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat. You talk slick, but you ain't got source. Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force. I'm the test, the trap, the trip, the call. You slip once, I'm
What's going on, beautiful people?
Step in if
Zay, is this your first time hearing my song?
like a punch in the air.
Come on now.
No rules,
Hey,
no
Barbara.
plan, no script. Yeah, one wrong move, get cooked real quick.
Hey.
No cap, no shield.
Hey, Trinity.
Before you get revealed.
Oh yeah, Zay, we've been doing this.
Don't you
What up, Zeus?
Sparring with Santana.
Hey.
Step in there. You care. Hit hard like a punch in the air.
Hey.
Ain't no rules, no plan, no script.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed.
Hey, K.
Step in, don't you wanna?
It is.
With Santana. Yeah. This ain't a safe place. This a flame space. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana.
Hey, guys, listen. What's going on, Danny? Welcome in, guys. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. Listen, we are only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, please do not request that. We're not talking friendlies. This is not late nights. This is Sparring with Santana, and we are looking for some debates. Listen, if you are a Trump supporter, I actually need to speak to you, right? And the reason is I have questions. More so, I just need to understand, like, are you guys just officially allowing Trump to turn this into a military state? Are you guys good with that? Right? Because Trump supporters, Stephen, no more illegals. Cool. Hey, Stephen, guess what? Trump supporters don't get the yip yap in my chat, especially when they're following one person and they have no followers. Stop it. You're a bot. I don't care what you have to say. Listen, Donald Trump took over DC, right? We understand that, which the mayor of DC is just like, what in the world? Completely pushing back. And it's funny how Donald Trump can actually deploy the National Guard now, but for some reason on January the 6th, couldn't deploy the National Guard. I wonder what that's about, right? But he's taken over DC. They've increased the ICE raids, right? They are now putting their political opponents in jail, or at least attempting to. Susan said, love our president. Cool, Susan. Guess what? There's a request button. And if you don't use the request button, then you don't use the typey in the chat. Sorry. Boom. Also, he's having dinner with dictators, right? Unfortunately, he doesn't know if it's going to be in Russia or in the United States, something about that. And they're purging troops. They're purging our military, which I don't have to get into that. We already know what that's about. But again, guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are not looking to speak to friendlies. We're only looking for some debates. So that being said, if you're friendly, keep tapping the screen. And I'm going to keep resetting the gift goal to the little 1 cent goals. Bye, 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 bye. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, basically.
I got it though, right?
Yeah.
All right. What can I call you? Because it's going to be super annoying if I say that every time.
Just call me Noah.
Noah?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. Noah, are you a Trump supporter?
I was at first.
What does that mean?
I'm full-blown Hitler. Yeah, I say we need more.
Oh, okay. You're a full-blown Nazi. Got it.
Yeah, big time.
Got it. Okay. Well, I mean, that's your perspective. All right. So wait, did you vote for Trump?
I did. Yeah, I did. I was all for him and whatnot, but then he became too much. He
became too woke.
Yeah, kind of. He's not doing enough, in my opinion. Yeah, we need more isolation, more politicians in jail. We need more military control over the nation. I say we need more.
Okay, hold on. You got to slow down. You're saying too many things at one time. We got to actually go one at a time. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. But before we get started, I have a quick question for you. How does this usually work for you when you come up and then you say something completely inflammatory? Do people immediately say, "Oh no, I'm scared because of Noah's words," and then they just panic?
Half the time, yeah.
What is that about? Serious question. I'm not even bullshitting you at the moment. I'm just straight up just having a conversation. What does that normally do for you?
Most people just never let someone just get their point across for the first few seconds because they want to do the whole prompt spiel. They want to introduce themselves. Fuck all that. That's all lame nonsense. Takes too much time. I say get to the point. Well,
I'm still gonna do my prompt and my intro, but I'm not even talking about TikTok, right? I'm not even talking about TikTok. I'm saying Noah, you specifically, even if that's not your real name, whatever. When you, because I'm sure this isn't the first time you've done this, right?
Every day.
Okay, cool. So when you go online, why? And I'm not even seriously, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, and I'm not even BSing. I'm just trying to understand.
Because I want to show people the third option, the extremist view of it. More control and more punishment for people instead of allowance.
Why extreme though? Why not to the other end of the spectrum then? Complete freedom.
Because if you give people freedom, then you get this society that we have now, which is nothing but.
Oh, I don't agree with that one. You think we got a lot of freedom now?
Yeah, too much.
Okay, tell me how we have too much freedom.
We have no security over our nation. We have no security over our actual government because nothing's actually been done against it.
Wait. You're hold on. You're not being specific. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I would love to get an actual specific answer behind what you're saying. So when you say we have no security over our nation, be specific, and don't just say, "Oh, we got immigration." Everyone has immigration. Are we a country that's, being invaded by other countries? Are we a country that is constantly being, bombed or be specific for me?
We are being invaded. And
I mean, I hear you. I get it. I can hear what you're saying as far as you're trying to make the perspective as far as immigration. I get it. Now, I'm not even talking about that because there's immigration everywhere. I'm saying it's, Ukraine. Ukraine is actually being invaded by Russia. So I'm talking about specifics like that.
There's different forms of invasion.
I agree.
But the one we have right now is a cultural invasion. We are allowing tens of millions of people, and this isn't just America, it's happening in all white lands, and specifically, to be accurate, okay? It's the complete replacement of white people. That's
wait. You subscribing the Great Replacement theory?
Because it's true.
Yeah.
There are dozens upon dozens of articles out there that literally say why
But why is it true?
The white race. Because all you have to do, look at every single form of propaganda that exists.
No. No, what?
No.
Wait, no. I need you to answer the question specifically. Why is it true? What's happening to actually cause the white population to actually decrease, especially here in the U.S.?
Overwhelming demonization of white men and our history and our accomplishments.
Are you sure about that?
I am being completely dead serious.
Okay. So all right, cool. So let's say I grant you that premise. So let's say it's because white men have been quote unquote demonized by their past, right? So who is no longer participating in the creation of the quote unquote white race?
The few white women that actually stick by us.
But why are the quote unquote few white women no longer participating in the creation of the white race?
Well, you have the overwhelming wave of feminism, which has done nothing but bring about independence, and then the empowerment of their sexualization, and then they've done nothing but push interracial mixing between white communities towards the white women.
Why?
Because
you're absolutely right, and that's the point that I was getting to. More white women are choosing to date outside of their own quote unquote race. But and I'm sorry, I don't want to mess up your name. I can't remember. I'm bad with names. I can't remember if you said Noel or Noah. Noah. Someone said Noel in the chat and that threw me off. All right. Noah, why are women making or choosing to actually have children with other races instead of white people, or specifically white men?
Because white men are being overwhelmingly demonized, and the agenda that white women should not be going after white men because colored people can offer better lives than
black people. That's not true. Overwhelmingly, especially here in the United States of America, the actual the wealth gap is massive, and it's only grown, right? I mean, the actual difference as far as white households versus, other households, whether you talk about black, whether you talk about the Latino household, whatever, right? There's still a huge wealth gap. But serious question for you, Noah. What if white men just decide to be better?
White men are the best. That's why.
Not like that. Listen, I get what you're saying. Yeah, superior race, blah blah blah. No, seriously, like as an actual person, right? Like not saying, oh, I'm a superior race. No, like try empathy, sympathy, kindness, love, like that type of stuff, instead of just like doubling down on the hatred and bigotry.
Okay. Easy. Have you looked at any colored community in the world? None of them look like a white only one. That's just truth. That's reality.
What do you mean?
If colored people were able
wait, hold on. Go back. No, what do you mean by that specific? Do they look like any? Help explain that for me.
I mean the actual cities, the towns, the communities. You will not see a black only area similar to a white only area from a few decades ago. Even
are you referring to in the United States, or are you talking about all around the rest of the world? Yeah, and so so guys, I understand that he said colored, and I'm the only reason I didn't say anything because are you talking about black people specifically, or are you talking about? And that's what I thought. Yeah. So that's why I didn't say anything. He wasn't specifically talking about black people. He was talking about different races. So no, I gotta listen. I disagree. Completely disagree. There's other quote unquote cities, other quote unquote cultures or whatever that are way more advanced, way more developed than quote unquote white cities, especially here in the United States. I mean, like honestly, here in the United States, our overall. Wait, no, are you even here in the U.S.?
I'm in Europe.
What part of Europe?
Germany.
No, you are fucking lying. I don't believe it. No, I think this is the first time you've lied to me.
America. I was from America. I was born there and raised there until I was 12, and then I came over to Germany.
And you're a Schnazi in Germany?
Absolutely. You have no.
They're gonna take you to jail.
You think it's bad over there in America? You should see in Europe.
But no, you can't be a Schnazi in Germany. They're gonna take you to jail.
There's so many more of us over here than you think.
No, this is the first time I think you actually lied to me. There's no way. Are you really in Germany?
Dude. I can actually show you videos of hundreds, nearly thousands of men lining up and screaming hail. I'm being dead serious. There is so many more than you think.
That's wild. The only reason I said that is because I know, like, you know, they are really punishing Schnazis. Like they don't play that in Germany. Like if you would have said anywhere else, I would have like,
All of Europe has become a vile shithole because of colored people.
Hey, wait, Noah, you got to keep it a little bit clean for my mom watches this. Don't curse for me. So, okay, help me understand this. And again, serious question, Noah. Like, and I'm not even talking about like on a racial superiority type kick, because I don't think there's one race, you know, that's quote unquote better than the other race. But what I will say is, let me land my plane. Noah, serious as an individual, Noah, as an individual person, like why not try love and like empathy and try like connecting with like
the white
women.
Race has tried that for the past 80 decades nearly, and it has brought us nothing but the shithole society that we have.
No, you got to stop cursing because my mom watches.
My man has tried the peaceful coexistence. Kumbaya.
I'm not talking about coexistence. Noah, listen, you are still on your whole kick about an entire race. I'm talking about you specifically. Noah, have you tried to be kind and loving towards women in order to actually get a woman? All right. He got Thanos. That was a wild start. I apologize, chat. Literally, I had no intention on going that way. But like, the fuck are we even doing? Right? This literally had nothing to do with Donald Trump. But thank you for the cake. My whole point is just like, I'll say this before we really get back to it and we get back in. Guys, I'm looking for debates. Only Trump supporters, and only be from the United States. Only Trump supporters, only from the United States. But like, guys, you specifically, like, maybe try therapy. And maybe try the reason I hear you say, oh, him saying colored is not cool. Listen, again, he was using a generalization to talk about multiple races. He wasn't talking about black people. That's the only reason I continued that point of conversation. I appreciate your feedback, but unfortunately, like, this is my live. If you didn't like it, I appreciate you being here, but you don't have to be here. I love and respect you, but thank you. With that being said, guys, as a specific, like, individual, like, maybe stop being shitty. Like really? No, he wasn't talking about black people because I clearly asked the question. So again, I respect what you have to say, but if you don't like it, I'm sorry, you can leave. And that's just being honest. But like I said, guys, specifically, like, just be better. There's a lot of, especially like young white men that feel for some reason alienated. But I think what it is that you've lost the point, right? You've lost the point and you think that you're not being given something. Like he was saying that, oh, you know, white women weren't, you know, they're not having kids with white men. Yeah, that's because like you have made a decision to be shitty, right? And like, that's a problem. So if you address your emotional intelligence and you address who you are as a person and as an individual, then maybe, just maybe, white women would be more interested in actually having kids with you again. I don't know. Regardless, I mean, you getting on the internet and being a complete full-blown schnazi, that's not going to get you any women. That's not going to get you, you know, whatever you're looking for. Guys, again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter. We're only looking for some debates. I don't think this person is a Trump supporter. Is it Leah? Is it Leah? Leah, are you there? Oh, I don't think Leah meant to come up. We're going to go ahead and... All right, guys, tap the screen. I'm going to reset the daily gift goal. Let's completely reset, all right? I mean, I know that went off the rails. I promise you that was not intended. And I honestly didn't even think I was going to continue with that conversation, but it just like the entire like incel thing, just it's weird. That the whole concept of being an incel is weird to me. I don't understand men who lack emotional intelligence. Dr. Julio, how are you? The immediate Thanos. Let's give him a second.
It's odd.
Musty, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, Musty, are you from Germany?
No.
Are you a Schnazi?
What? No.
Are you gonna slur?
No, sir.
You promise?
Cross my heart, hope to die.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
All right. Dr. Julio, give me a second if you don't mind. Musty.
What's going on?
Do you know who I am?
I do not. I was just scrolling and saw you. Decided to join up.
Cool. Musty, so I'm assuming that since you don't know who I am, you don't know what this is. Is that accurate?
I assume I've seen lives like this. You come to debate.
But you haven't seen this live. You mind if I give you a quick introduction to not only who I am, but what this is?
I would love it.
Also, Musty, I'm sorry. How old are you?
I just turned 19.
What year were you born?
I was born 2006.
Okay, good enough for me. All right, perfect. Quick introduction to who I am and what this is.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this? Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you're someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. If you are friendly, please do not request help. We're not talking to friendlies. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and get it going, guys. Let's get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Again, I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1 cent goals that'll help push us out to the FYP. Also, if you have not, go ahead and send it. It's only 1 coin. And it helps boost the live. Last but not least, if you want to support the live, hey, Swan, thank you for the boxing gloves. If you'd like to support the live, you can do so at Santana Speaks For You. Santana Speaks For You, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. All right, Musty, question for you. You're 19. You're a young man. How do you feel about growing up in a military state?
Now, I think our military state is a lot less of a military state than other places. I think it affects me a lot less.
How so?
So countries that are military states, I'm trying to think of some on top of my head. Nicaragua isn't a military state. We have I can't think of much off the top of my head, but places like that, it would really suck to grow up. You'd be forced straight into the military at a very young age.
Like Israel with the IDF? Fuck Israel.
Yes, like Israel. Thank you for that. That was a good one. But yeah, I think it's just it's not a good place to grow up in a really extreme state. In this place, it affects you a lot less. I mean,
wait, so you don't think that the United States, under the authoritarian rule of Donald Jimothy Trump, is an extreme military state? Like him deploying the police and the National Guard in DC, him actually deploying the National Guard and the Marines in California when they specifically don't want that, when he's doing things like actually coalescing power and and also like militarizing ICE. And, you know, literally the FBI, the AG in Texas is trying to work with the FBI to put politicians, Democratic politicians in jail. Like, that doesn't worry you?
It does, but there is really only one main reason why I voted for Trump, and I think honestly what he's doing right now, it kind of sucks. But
What'd you vote for?
I voted for. I liked how I think he had a lot more. He would have a lot more of a backbone in war if we ever went to war, compared to Kamala. And I yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, I think he. I'd rather have him lead us into war than Kamala.
Why not just like us not go into war though?
In this day and age, tensions are high, especially when we were voting for him. I mean, when it was that voting time, there was tensions all over the world, I think.
Yeah, but like Donald Trump has inflamed the actual quote unquote tensions of war, where Kamala Harris, I mean, yes, she has never been president, but she has sat under the learning tree of Joseph Robinette Biden, who not only has experience within the Senate, but as president and vice president. And like, there were no quote unquote wars that the United States were in under Joe Biden. So also, hey, like the last big war that the United States was involved in.
War on Terror.
Who was the president?
There was two Presidents George W. Bush and Obama.
Okay, yeah.
And then I guess
I'm sorry, to be more specific, the start of it, yeah, it was GW. It was Junior. Junior was president. So, okay, what made you think that Trump was like strong though? I guess like what's your premise as far as like him being an actual, because or like, do you think he has any international policy? Help me understand this.
In my head, I just feel like personally Kamala doesn't have the backbone to be in a war. If it would ever come to that, obviously nobody ever wants that. But I mean, I think Trump's doing a good job of not getting into wars, still having his backbone.
We literally bombed Iran because of Israel.
Yeah, and that was also due to lots of threats that they were making since the early 90s, since the Al-Qaeda era and the Taliban regime. Which is their
it's not. It's because of Israel. It's because of Israel. How many countries do you think that Israel has attacked within the last year? Like specifically, how many countries do you think that Israel has proactively dropped bombs on within the last year?
If I'm not mistaken, 3.
Nope.
More or less.
More.
I'm going to go 5.
More.
Really? Do I dare say 10?
No.
No, okay.
It's a young Kobe. 8. It just became 8 with it was 7. Someone said 7. It just became 8 though, when they actually recently bombed Lebanon. So yeah, like it's because of Israel. Israel has actually perpetuated this propaganda. Specifically, Bibi Netanyahu has perpetuated this propaganda that Iran has nuclear weapons and they are a threat. Right. But fun fact, if Donald Timothy Trump would not have pulled us out of the Budapest Memorandum, then not the Budapest, God dang it, getting it all mixed up. The Iranian nuclear deal, then they wouldn't even, Israel would never have been able to say that Iran was actually making nuclear weapons because they wouldn't be able to. And then so they wouldn't be able to say, oh, we feel threatened, so we need to actually proactively attack them. It's because of Israel.
And I don't have an exact resource or website on this, but I could have swore somewhere in the news it said that they have been breaking that deal, and we had intelligence agencies.
We did. We did. Not only that, right? But Iran was giving audits, right? They were giving access for audits, and not only were they passing the audits, but when Trump pulled us out of the Iran nuclear deal, Iran still allowed them to gain access to continue to audit them to show like, hey, we're not enriching uranium at the rate where we need to or we can create nuclear weapons. Like they wanted to continue to show like, hey, we're above board. So we're going to keep getting this uranium. But look, come check us out. And with that, Like, that's how we know, like, legitimately independent watchdogs audited them to ensure that it wasn't happening. And they said it wasn't happening.
And I think I found where I saw this. I have a couple from here. We got in 2012, Vice President I don't even know how to say his name. Fierdun Abisi Davani, who headed Iran's nuclear program, admitted that Iran deliberately provided false information to both IAEA and Western investigators, sometimes understanding and overstating their capabilities to protect.
Wait. Where's this from?
It is from the Times of Israel.
Come on, Musty, don't do that.
Was that not a valid source?
Musty, what did I just tell you?
I forgot I was looking things up.
Who's been Musty, who's bombed 8 different countries within the last year?
Israel.
Okay. Who's been perpetuating the idea that Iran has been making nuclear weapons for the last 20 years?
Re-ask the question. Sorry, as I was looking.
Who's been saying that Iran has been making nuclear missiles for the last 20 years? And fun fact, he's even been saying they're 2 weeks to 2 months away for the last 20 years.
Trump?
No.
Oh, really?
Bibi Netanyahu.
Oh, I have no idea who that is.
You don't know who Bibi Netanyahu is?
No, sorry, I did not.
Bibi Netanyahu is Israel is a terrorist state. Bibi Netanyahu is a war criminal. Free Palestine until it's backwards. Anyway, Bibi Netanyahu is the person that actually is, he's the fascist dictator that's in charge of Israel. He's been in charge of Israel for, over 20 years, but he has, for the last 20 years, been harping up and down that Iran is creating nuclear weapons. He's the one that actually gave Iran the go-ahead to drop bombs. I'm sorry, that gave Israel the go-ahead to drop bombs on Iran.
Okay.
So, like you saying that, like, hey, this source comes from, the Israel Times. That's like saying, oh, fun fact, sharks aren't eating people anymore. And where'd you get this from? Oh, Sharks Weekly. You get what I'm saying?
I do. And I did just pull up the IAEA website and found that they were saying the same thing. We got the 2003, 2012, and 2017 incident pulled up, all three stating that Iran had reinforced assurances of full disclosure were undermined by continued concealment. For instance, advanced centrifugal designs, the PT.2 program, some sort of uranium, sort of name. Experiments are only admitted after being pressingly confronted by inspectors. So basically that's saying that they're being suspicious and hiding a few things while still letting us come in and look at things.
Yeah, so there was prior to the United States actually pulling out of the Iranian nuclear deal, there was no actual issues. The audits were all above board. And again, this comes from the IAEA as well. But after that, there was still regular on-site inspections. There were also remote monitoring. There was satellite imagery. So they did all the other things. But with the actual withdrawal in 2018, they did still give the IAEA access to verify, but they gave them less leeway because they didn't have to comply, but they still wanted to comply. And so they still gave them access, but just not the detailed level of access that they had before. But even still, they didn't necessarily fail any inspections.
Yeah, and I think that's what the whole bombing is about, the concealment, and then the later, more modern time reconcealment of more, and like just being more and more secretive. And I had a few people in the comments asking where I got that from. It's the IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency. If you guys want to look that up, I saw a lot of people asking. So I put that one out there. which is a government agency.
But again, like, think about it seriously, right? If you were what can I call you? I don't want to call you Musty.
Just call me Preston. We'll go by my first name basis.
Okay,
here.
let's do Preston. I have an LB. His name's Preston. You know what an LB is?
No, I don't.
Line brother. You know what a frat is?
I do know what a frat is, yes.
Okay. Have you ever seen a black fraternity?
Yeah, I've seen a few on TikTok.
We got swag, right?
Y'all be doing them dances. Y'all be hitting that.
It's not dances, it's steps. Anyway, yeah, my LB's name is Preston. I digress. So, Preston, are you single?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you ever had a significant other, a partner?
I did. I've had two.
Okay, cool. So let's say your former partner, right, was a little bit suspicious. They were like, "Oh, Preston, I don't know if you are messing around on me," right? And you're like, "Baby, I love you. There's no way I'm messing around you." And then they're like, "Preston, I see you, poodle. Like, Preston, I want to check your phone." And you're like, "You know what, baby? I ain't got nothing to hide. Here's my phone," right? And Preston, you allow your partner to actually check your phone, and your partner's like, "You're not cheating on me. You're not talking to anyone else, Preston." And then you guys break up. But you still kind of got a thing for her, but you're a little bit shaky. So you're willing to actually still, like, hey, have a conversation. Preston, would you still allow her to go through your phone? Or I'm sorry, allow them to go through your phone if you two aren't actually together anymore? Like, would you still give them that level of access? Or would you be like, "Listen, I'm willing to talk to you, but I'm not going to let you go through my phone anymore"?
No, sir, I would not.
Okay, that's exactly what happened. Like, Iran had an actual deal with the United States, and the United States, or well, not just the United States, multiple countries, but the United States pulled out. And from that point, they was like, "You know what? You ain't going through my phone no more. I mean, we cool, we can still kick it, but you can't go through my phone no more." That's all that happened.
Honestly, I think you might have just debunked me on the on that part. I'm going to keep it 100% with you, man. I mean, just a few inconsistencies I didn't see, and I'll admit it.
Yeah, well, so let me just say this, because one second. The one thing that I kind of want to dispel is, why did you think that Kamala Harris wouldn't have a quote unquote spine? Help me understand that one.
It's more of the there's no proof she has a spine. Trump, okay. There was, he had proof as a spine.
How?
If he gets pushed around. Let's see if I can find this really quick. Trying to find a website.
There's one thing that I would say that would give Trump quote unquote proof that he has a spine, but there's a lot to it. But I'm waiting to see what you say.
My main reason would be, I feel like he really wasn't afraid of North Korea. I mean, that's my biggest thing. He went there. His tensions are still high. I mean, obviously, there's so much propaganda in North Korea. He lightened the tensions. Went there as the first president there.
He didn't. So, okay, this is why this was dangerous, right? A couple of reasons. He literally, hold on. Oh, sorry. He literally gave validity to Kim Jong-un, right? Prior to that, Kim Jong-un never had a seat at the adult table, right? Prior to that, Kim Jong-un always had to sit at the kiddie table, and no one gave him any type of validity. Donald Trump stepping into North Korea validated North Korea and Kim Jong-un, right? And so Donald Trump went under the premise that, hey, like, I'm going to give you credence. I'm going to actually give you, some viability by coming there. And in turn, you're going to stop testing your nuclear weapons, right?
Correct. That was the goal.
Yep. And do you remember how long that actual agreement held up?
They couldn't put a date on it, but I know it's probably less than a couple months.
Way less than a couple of months.
Yeah, it was short, but I mean,
it was almost 2 weeks. Someone said a week. It was literally less than 2 weeks. In less than 2 weeks, Kim Jong-un was firing off nuclear weapons again, and Donald Trump started calling him Little Rocket Man. So Donald Trump went to North Korea. Was he the first? I can't remember if he was the first or at least like said again.
I think he was the first. If not, I could maybe.
I think he was. But anyway, like he gave credence and credibility to Kim Jong-un, and in return, he got nothing, right? Because Kim Jong-un didn't stop his missile testing or anything like that, and it just became something where it was a standoff. We were worried about going into like a nuclear war and all this other stuff. So Donald Trump actually going to North Korea, it didn't do anything good for us. It only made things worse.
And I feel like that's the sad thing, because even going into his second term, there was statements saying that Putin lied and
exactly
the war was going to end, and then now all of a sudden he becomes president, pulls out the money, and all of a sudden he has to put money back in because there's lies, and it's just.
But see, you know what's jacked up about this though is Zelensky came to the White House and specifically told Donald Trump, like, hey, you can't trust Putin. He's broken over, it was either 26 or 29 ceasefires at that time. And Trump just thought that he could actually do it. And he was, he told Zelensky, you don't have the cards. And surprise, surprise, neither did Trump have the cards, right? And that's why we are where we are today.
Yeah, and then I think
I can barely hear you, Preston.
Oh, sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you.
And I think Trump was basing up. I mean, the cards that he was referring to was in his first term. He was in pretty good standings with Putin himself. They had, I mean, how many meetings did they have? They had maybe, I don't know exact number, but I know they met a couple times, and they had some good conversations, I guess. I mean,
yeah, I mean, listen, okay. You're 19. You ever seen the movie Freddy versus Jason?
No, I have not, sir.
Okay. Do you know who Freddy Krueger is?
I do. I've heard of him.
You know who Jason Voorhees is?
I've heard of them. Yeah, they're both like.
Okay. They were in a movie one time, and basically what it is that Freddy was using Jason to unalive people and to scare people into remembering who Freddy was, right? Because Freddy works off fear. Jason was the muscle. And basically, Freddy was using Jason to unalive people and, help people remember who Freddy is, right? And so the crazy thing about this is that Freddy thought that he could actually continue to control Jason, right? But then they got to the point where it happened just like the name of the movie, Freddy versus Jason. They squared off. Jason, Freddy, right? And so it's a whole thing. I say all that to say, Putin has never been friends with Trump. He's literally using him. He's literally used him at multiple turns, and he continues to try to use him because Putin is a former KGT. He's a former Russian spy from the USSR. So like he's trained, he's ruthless, and he's outclassed KGB. There we go. God dang it, KGB. He's outpaced Trump in every turn, and that's all it really is. They didn't have a good relationship. He was using Trump.
Yeah, and I think that's what I was trying to say is that Trump thought he had it. He didn't have the cards, and that's what he went into the second term hoping to use those cards, and ended up not working, which sucks.
Hey, ADQ. Yeah, so listen, I say all this to say Donald Trump has not shown a propensity to actually be a strong leader or have a quote unquote backbone. The one thing that if you wanted to say it's him like showing that he had a strong backbone is like the fact that he dropped more boom booms, missiles or whatever than both Biden and Obama combined. But that's not a good thing, right? That's a sign of a lack of being able to actually work internationally. And it also, hold on for a second. I'm sorry. H. Andrews, I'm sending you a request to get in the box, and I'm also muting you because first and foremost, no one cares what you have to say from the chat. There we go. Hey, Preston, give me a second.
Oh, good.
HIC Andrew. I'm just gonna call you Andrew. Andrew, what am I lying about?
Well, Trump or Biden and Obama dropped way more bombs than Trump ever did.
Would you like to make a bet about that?
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to bet?
I don't know.
Also,
What do you
like, it's
bet?
really loud. Are you like by a road or something? It's really loud.
I am kind of by a road.
Is there any way
Sorry
you can
about
kind of step to a different area?
I could step over in my truck.
Okay, perfect.
Really,
Guys,
not a very
as
busy road.
yeah, no worries. As as he continues to actually get to a quieter place, I'm sorry, as he continues to get to a quieter place, keep tapping. I'm gonna mute you just for a second. It's super loud. As he continues to get to a quieter place, go ahead and keep tapping the screen. Guys, we're only at 45,000 likes. What's going on, chat? I know we've been up here talking or whatever, but like, lock in for me. Tap the screen, share the live. What up, Purdy? Thank you, Purdy. I'm gonna reset the gift goal. If we can knock this out a couple of times again, and it'll help push us out. If you look up at the top, you see the word follow. That means you're not following me. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Give me a follow. Let's do all the wonderful things. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. Keep going. Get in the box. All right. Preston, while we wait on Andrew to get to a quieter place, I kind of want to wrap up this conversation with you. And what I want to get to is your premise of why you think that Kamala Harris wouldn't have. Like, what makes you believe that she wasn't a strong leader?
Like I said, I mean, there's really just nothing. I feel like
Is this better?
country.
It is, but give me 1 second.
I feel like should have ran.
Go ahead, Preston.
I feel like should have ran the country beautifully. I really was leaning just barely towards Trump. I mean, I liked a lot of things each of them had to say, but it was really not that she couldn't do better. It was the fact that I feel like Trump. I would have rather had Trump lead us into war than Kamala lead us into war. That's really all it was. I mean, countries that have
again, I'm a little bit confused as far as your premises. Why? Like, I don't understand why.
I mean, hold on. Let me see if I can find this.
Preston, listen, I'll say this. I feel like you're a pretty decent young man. Preston, listen, you can call me Uncle Santana. It's okay.
Perfect. I love to call you Unc.
Preston, keep it funky with me. Is it because she's a woman?
Not at all.
Come on.
It's not at all because she's a woman.
Okay. Then why? Because there's nothing that you're actually saying that makes me like, I don't understand your premise.
It really was just, I was leaning either way, and I just leaned towards Trump, and it was just because I had a gut feeling that I'd rather.
What in your gut? Is it because she doesn't got the dangly thing or whatever that you got?
No. I think it was just that she wasn't a president before. I'd rather have someone who was a president before, come back.
Would you have voted for Trump in his first term?
Honestly, no, not in his first term. I would have voted I don't know. I wouldn't have voted for. I probably wouldn't have voted. I wouldn't have voted for for the first term. I wouldn't have voted for Biden or Trump.
Yeah, his first term, he didn't run against Biden. He lost against Biden in his second term. I'm sorry, his second race. His first term, he won against Hillary Clinton. Would you have voted for Hillary? I mean, would you have voted for him over Hillary?
I was honestly really young when that happened.
No. Just thinking about it now, would you have voted for Hillary or would you have voted for Trump?
I would have voted for Hillary.
Why?
Because she has seen things. She was a what's it called? A vice president for a while, and she was Hillary as a vice president, wasn't she?
Hillary was never. You're confusing Hillary with Kamala. Anyway, go ahead.
Where the hell have I seen Hillary before? She was something high.
Secretary of State.
Secretary of State.
Was she Secretary of State? No, she wasn't Secretary. What was she? Was she Secretary of State? She was Secretary of State.
Someone said VP.
No, she wasn't VP.
Oh, okay.
Again, you're confusing Kamala and Hillary.
I mean, like I said, I was really young then. I was probably 12, 13. I don't even know. But I wasn't really too researched in that time. But I would have voted for Hillary. She was around. Trump was just a billionaire at the time. I mean, she's been around in the government for a while. I like to, if you make it in the government for a long time, I feel like you'd be a better candidate for the president.
I agree. Listen, nephew. I agree, right? I completely agree with you. I think that if you've been around government for a really long time and you have had a successful track record of actually, showing that you know politics, then that should probably actually give you some type of credence to becoming president. Hey, question for you.
What's going on, man?
Who do you think is the most qualified candidate to ever seek the office of the presidency for a first term?
Obama, 100%. Favorite president of all time.
Why do you say that?
He led us through America's one of.
No. This is before he led, right? This is when he was running. What made him the most qualified candidate to seek the office of the presidency for a first time?
Well, if we're going before they went in their term, I would go with Bush Jr.
Why Bush Jr.?
He had the tips from his dad. He's been around his dad all his life. Even if he wasn't in the government,
so nepotism made him qualified.
Honestly, it's sad to say, but he probably knew a lot about the government by the time he was 10 years old. I mean,
okay, all right, that's fair. Listen, I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna say that it's Andrew Garfield. Do you know much about Andrew Garfield?
I'm trying to think. I probably know a few things I'm not.
Okay. Well, listen, Andrew Garfield, before he actually became in like the federal government level, he was actually, he used to be like an attorney. And I think he was like a state level attorney, like an attorney general or something. And then he became a senator. So he spent time as a senator. And even before he became president, he was vice president. So, I mean, like that would make sense, right? If you were a district attorney, attorney general, if you were in the Senate and you were vice president, like, wouldn't that make you like the most qualified candidate to ever seek the office of the presidency for the first time?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That was Kamala.
Man, you just dug me down a rabbit hole, didn't you?
I did. There wasn't Andrew Garfield. I don't know shit about Andrew Garfield, but Kamala Harris was actually the district attorney. She was the AG in California. She then went and spent time in the Senate, and then she became the vice president, where she passed. She had the most tie-breaking votes of any vice president in U.S. history to pass some monumental legislation, and she actually got sworn in the first Black woman Supreme Court justice. Literally, Kamala Harris was the most qualified candidate to ever seek the office of the presidency for the first time, more so than Barack Hussein Obama, more so than Hillary Clinton, hell, absolutely more so than Donald Trump. And that's the point.
Yeah, and I can definitely see where you're coming from there. But, I mean, it was really just, I heard she didn't do good in California when she was the...
Did you hear or did you look it up, nephew?
I done heard it on. I heard it.
Yeah. You want to know what's really cool about Kamala?
What's going on? What is it?
So this was before you were like old enough, but I know you don't remember like the housing market bubble, right?
No, I think I've heard of it, but don't know nothing.
Okay, so a lot of the state AGs went after like the big banks, and the big banks for like the housing market or whatever, and the big banks actually tried to settle. And correct me on the numbers, chat, because I can look it up, but whatever. I think the banks tried to offer a settlement of $5 billion, and then Kamala Harris was like, nah, fuck that. That's chump change, right? We getting big money over here. Kamala Harris rejected that when other state AGs wanted to take that $5 billion settlement, and she went back, forced it, and ended up getting like $20 billion in that settlement, where the banks only originally wanted to pay people $5 billion. So she not only did she force the banks to actually take care of the American citizens, she actually created multiple programs within California, including the Back on Track program, that actually allow people to get any type of charges dropped as long as they went through these like classes or whatever. And so if they were charged in California, they had an option to actually get their life back on track with multiple things, including like getting their degrees, fixing their credit history, like all this other stuff. So I say all that to say she did so much good for California, so much so, hey, she received a massive $10,000 donation for her re-election of Attorney General from someone pretty famous. You want to guess who that was?
I'm gonna go. Wasn't it? Hold on, I know this.
This one.
Was it not Obama?
No, it wasn't Obama.
Was it a president?
Yeah, it was.
Biden?
Nope.
Bush?
Nope. It was Jimothy. It was Donald Jimothy Trump thought Kamala Harris did such a great job. He gave her $10,000 to help her get reelected, and literally said that she did a great job.
I'm proud of him. That was a good.
All right, so I'm gonna leave this with you. I want you to come back. I want you to listen, and I'm going to tell you this, and this is going to be uncomfortable, but I want you to sit with it. The reason why you didn't vote for Kamala Harris is because she was a black woman, and I know you're going to push back on that thought and that premise right now because it's cognitive dissonance. But I'm telling you, nephew, like, listen, we've sat up here, we've talked long enough. First and foremost, women have higher EQs than men, right? They are emotionally more stable than we are. Right. Also, fun fact, all the wars started by men. They always start shit. But Kamala Harris also had a proven track record that was way better than Donald Trump. And literally, she told us that all the things that Trump was going to do, he's like literally doing it right now. So I'll say this, take this back. I think you got some unpacking to do. Like, you're young, right? And I can understand, I guess, why you would be that way. But if you dig a little bit deeper, I promise you that hell, I'm not even going to hold your hand on this one anymore. Women are better than men. And that's not me like pandering or anything like that. Women just are. All right. I mean, like mentally, physically, like there's so much to it. But as far as leadership, I'm not saying that in every situation, a woman leader would be better than a man leader, but Kamala Harris would have been way better than Donald Trump. And that's just the point.
Hey, man, I appreciate you letting me come up here. It was an honor talking to you. It was fun.
Yeah. Listen, stick around. I think you got some unpacking to do, and we're going to work on that together.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm so glad you had me up here.
Did you hit the follow button yet?
I was just about to. I was going to tell you when I followed. Just hit it, man.
All right.
Just for you.
All right. Have a good one. I'll see you later.
All right, guys. Later.
Again, it's been two interesting conversations, and I really believe, like, at some point, we got to address like the whole red pill movement of young men. And I think there's a lot of young men that are being propagandized by like the Fresh and Fits of the world and all this other stuff. And like, seriously, I don't know what it is. Like young men, stop listening to these podcast bros. They're losers. They suck. So I don't know. Let's keep it rolling. Tantan, are you a Trump supporter?
What's up, man? Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter.
Okay. Perfect. Hey, I don't know what that is in the background. Is there any way you could turn that down for me?
Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter.
Yeah, no worries. Give me 1 second. W's in the chat for Phil. Phil sent a $2 donation. Say, you lying. You big bank always take little bank. Also, the past, present, and future walked into the bar. It was tense. It was tense. W's in the chat for Phil for that $2 donation, guys. If you would like to support the live, you can do so through all the pay links and the link tree in the bio. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Anything is accepted. Everything's appreciated. If you're over on YouTube, what up, YouTube? What up, Twitch? If you're over on YouTube, you would like to support, you can support with a YouTube super chat, and I will read that message out. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. We're going to keep it moving. One thing that I do want to correct, I apologize, guys. I made a mistake, and I'm not above saying that I made a mistake. I was misspoken when I said that Trump dropped more boom booms than Obama and Biden. I was thinking Biden, but I said Obama and Biden. It was only Biden. Obama dropped more than Biden, but and dropped more than Trump, but Trump dropped more than Biden. So yeah. I messed up. I fuck up sometimes. I'm sorry, chat. Anyway, Tantan. Is that how you say your name, Tantan?
Yeah, my mother named me that, Tantan. Yeah.
All right, Tantan. Cool. Tantan, so you support Donald Timothy Trump. Question for you. How do you feel about him turning our country into a military state?
I wouldn't say that, but you got to look at what's going on around the country as far as the violence and things like that. Especially, like, let's say, for instance, Chicago. I'm in Chicago.
Always Chicago, bro.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago.
Well, why is it always Chicago? Don't let them tokenize Chicago.
Well, it's actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's broken down because you got the mayor, he done bankrupt the country. Wait,
hold on. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, Tantan. I'm gonna de-weaponize you for a second. Let's talk about DC because specifically there was a focus on DC. So what about DC? Let's focus on that one for a second.
From what I heard, it was, I don't know if it's violence going on, but I know it's some carjacking. I don't know what's going on out there, but obviously.
Did you look it up though?
Obviously, I focus on what's going on, particularly where I'm at.
I get that. That's like a state level issue, though. But Donald Trump is actually he's targeting and weaponizing the military and also the police within DC, based off of the premise that there's more crime in DC.
I wouldn't know. Like, just from reading things, I wouldn't know unless I'm there.
Well, yeah, so, you can also look it up. I'll tell you this because I'm not in DC either, but I will tell you that overall crime is down 7% year over year in DC.
I'm not for sure about that, but obviously,
I am. I'm telling you, I'm not saying that because I'm there. I'm telling you, like, statistically with crime reports and everything, it's showing.
Right. Well, I would say they there, so I'm assuming they would know what's going on out there more than we would.
More than the numbers that's being reported.
Well, sometimes the numbers can be off, so yeah, I couldn't really go by that. I like to see things,
Wait, hold on. So, are you omnipresent?
You say what?
Are you omnipresent?
No, not really. No, I'm not.
Are you a little bit omnipresent?
No.
Okay, then why you say not really?
No, I'm not. But,
okay, cool. So if you're not omnipresent, then like how does you seeing things actually like validate the totality of everything?
I don't know, man. It's just I can tell you what's going on in my state.
In your entire state.
And not in my state, but in my city.
In your entire city? Brother, man, I can't even tell you what's going on in my house right now, and it's 927 square feet. Like, my wife is in the other room, and I have no idea what she's doing at the moment.
I don't know about that. I know what's going on in my house, but
yeah, I mean, I hear you, but the point that I'm trying to make, like, I can't see what she's doing right now. So, like, if I can't see what she's doing, I can tell you what I think is happening, but I can't tell you what she's doing for sure.
Right.
And that's the point.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I mean, all in all, I still think this is just my opinion. I think Donald Trump was a better candidate.
Why?
A better pick than Kamala.
Kamala.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I look at, like, I was just looking at a video yesterday. No, actually, yeah, I was looking at a video yesterday, and this young lady, she was going around, young black lady, it's Chicago Flip Red.
Okay.
And she was like, look at this. She was looking at the public aid office. She like, man, it was wrapped around the corner with number immigrants. She said, I feel sorry for everybody who lose their job and try to come here and get food stamps.
How do you know they're immigrants?
Well, these people, yeah, they was immigrants. You can pretty much.
How do you know?
Well, I would say it's a lot of it was mainly Hispanics. Let's put it like that.
Wait, so just because they're Latino, they're immigrants?
No. Well, of course they're immigrants. Everybody's an immigrant. But let's say, but these people, like, I don't know. It's just like a certain look.
What does an immigrant look like?
A person, I wouldn't say look like, but I will say somebody who
just said look though.
Right. Somebody who don't. Hold on. But somebody. Hey, but she was going to. Hey, she was the one recording it.
But you were the one believing it.
Hey, but they weren't speaking no English. I used to know. I used to know black people in there.
But listen, like I can go into a room and not speak English and get my point across because I speak multiple languages. Like, just because I'm not speaking English doesn't mean that I'm an immigrant.
Well, no, it doesn't. But you can. I'm be honest with you, man. You can pretty much, the way she was explaining it, you knew that these people were not supposed to be here, and it kills me because we was. I'm sorry.
You're good.
We was told that these people were not getting food stamps and things like that, but they are. I'm like, this is. I'm looking at it.
But see, but that's the thing. You're going back to your eyes, but see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you can sit here and say, "Oh, I'm looking at it. I see it." But again, just because you see it doesn't mean that you. Hey, you know who Chris Angel is?
Yeah, I know what you're about to get at. I know.
Listen, yeah. Do you believe in magic?
Nah.
All right, but that's look real, right?
Yeah.
Listen. They got this new surgery, right? I ain't knocking nobody for their surgeries, right? Tan, I don't know about you, but if do you, boo, right? I'm not gonna knock anybody for the surgery. But they got this new surgery where these guys are getting like leg extensions put in, and they're going from like 5'7" to like 6'3".
Yeah, I heard of that.
But what's crazy though? Like, they still got short arms and little feet. How are you tall with like short arms and little feet? Anyway, my thing is, if you see this person, you would think that like, oh, they're just tall, not knowing that actually they're not tall. They got leg extensions.
Right. So
the point that I'm trying to make is, just because you see something doesn't make it actually true. It can be propagandized.
Right. I hear you, but I mean, I see it all in my neighborhood. I wish
you got to stop saying that. We already talked about what you see. Okay, pull up the actual numbers.
But I wish I will, but I wish I could.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. But
okay, I'm gonna hold you to it, man. Are you following me?
No, I just got up on here.
Then hit the follow button, and I want you to come back after you look up the numbers because I want to know about the actual numbers.
Okay. But you know they ain't gonna put the actual numbers up there.
Why not? I got the numbers right here.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Welcome in, Parker Raid. Welcome in, Parker Raid. Guys, if you are just getting here, first and foremost, tap the screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 150,000 likes. Let's also go ahead and knock out the daily gift goal. It's the little donuts. Can we knock out the donuts? Also, welcome in, Parker Raid, over on the YouTube. W's in the chat for Ahmad, who sent a $19.99 YouTube super chat to say, Parker sent me. W's in the chat for you, Ahmad. Thank you so much for that $19.99 YouTube, $19.99 YouTube super chat. Guys, if you'd like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live, or you can send a YouTube super chat. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. If you look up at the top and you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Go ahead and hit that follow button. This is the main account. This is the main account. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Send your daily heart me's. Turn on the notifications so you know when I go live, because sometimes I'm super random, like earlier today. Make sure you do all those things. Tantan. All right. Keep it funky with me, right? Because like I hear you. But would you like to know something surprising?
What's that?
About your city?
Yeah.
The crime rate is down.
I don't know.
The crime rates reported from 2023 to 2024, it went down from 9% to 8%.
I mean, you saying it went down when? When did it start
year
going
over
down?
year from 2023 to 2024?
I don't know about that. Oh Lord, nah.
Is the numbers? I don't know what you want me to do, Tantan. I can listen with it. Tantan, how old are you?
I know you don't want to hear, but man, I got to go by what I see. Like,
bro, Tantan. Question for you. How old are you?
I'm 42.
42.
Yeah, I'm probably a little older than you.
Just a little bit. Listen. You ever heard Jigga say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie?
Yeah.
Listen. Sometimes numbers lie, but like these numbers are flat out right here in our face.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So all in all, whose fault is it that things are this bad?
This bad? What? In what sense? I'm a little confused about the statement.
I mean, as far as like with all these people over here, and you know, the city of Chicago and other cities going bankrupt.
How is Chicago going bankrupt?
Well, my sister, she works for the Board of Education out here, and you know they are laying. You can actually look it up, but they're laying off teachers. The school system is bankrupt. Do you know why they're laying off teachers? I didn't get into that with that.
Jimothy did it.
You said what?
Jimothy did it.
Who was that?
Donald Jimothy Trump. Literally, Donald Jimothy Trump. They're pulling funding from they're pulling funding from the Department of Education, and they're having to like lay off teachers.
Oh, okay. Well, you might be right up on that.
No, I am. Like literally, bro. Okay, let me read this off, and then I'm gonna have you talk to Swan. Like, first and foremost, this black lady right here knows way more than me. Like, not even close. But let me read this off, and I'm gonna let Swan hold your hand with the paper napkin in between, and hopefully we're gonna be able to come to some type of, Yeah, I look. I respect who you support, but all in all, I think Trump. I think he's more better for the country. I'll say this. I'm not even pushing back. Like, I'm not going to tell you your opinion's wrong, but I'm not going to even say your opinion's wrong. I'm just going to say it again.
I say I think yours wrong too. So I mean,
but see, listen to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
At least make your opinion based on some facts, right? And the reason why I say your opinion's wrong is because the facts prove that Donald Trump isn't good for America. Whether we talk about the actual the economic status that we're currently experiencing, right? Inflation is up, gas is up, cost of living is up, food is up. Or you talk about the quality of living of Americans. You could talk about the actual constitutional rights of Americans being violated. You can talk about, hey, did you know that countries have now put us on an actual watch list? Other countries are telling their citizens don't go to the U.S.
Well, I mean, that's not my problem. I really
but the point that I'm saying is now, like, the United States used to be somewhere where everybody wanted to come, even like tourists, like even tourism. Vegas is hurting. Like Vegas is like losing money hand over fist because people aren't traveling to Vegas anymore.
Well, you still got people that want to come here. I mean,
there are still people that are coming here and people that want to come here, but the steep decline of quote unquote border crossings are directly parallel with the actual tourism and the fact that other countries are saying, hey, don't go to the United States because you're going to end up in a concentration. They're putting they're putting people in concentration camps.
Well, the thing is, we want people to come over here legally, not illegally.
They do.
Well, but
give me 1 second, because now I'm over talking because I want Swan to be able to speak. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. W's in the chat for Alaskan Fear, who sent a $5 donation and say, ask him if he knows who Jose Roman Hernandez Reyes is. Do you know who that is?
Man, I've never heard of that guy.
I don't know. And how he fit into the immigration policy they voted for. He's a criminal. Oh, yeah. Donald Trump is bringing criminals back into the U.S.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. So this guy that she's talking about, he actually unalived 3 people in Spain. And Donald Trump actually swapped him during a prisoner swap and brought him back into the United States. And
probably be prosecuted.
No. He gave him free, released him into the wild. I got wild.
Hey, I gotta look that one up.
Yeah. Look it up. Literally, this guy unalived 3 people in Spain.
I will say this: the only thing that I don't agree that Donald Trump is doing is one of the things is the war with. I think he's pushing a little bit too much on Russia. Like we ain't trying to be doing all that because that's just
Russia.
That's it's not that, but you gotta understand. See, a lot of people don't understand. Russia got bombs that you cannot stop. They constantly telling people this, and
listen, Russia does have a complete nuclear arsenal, but Russia can't even with Ukraine. Like Ukraine is putting the beats on Russia, and they would have actually done even more if Trump wouldn't have actually pulled intelligence, funding, and weapons.
That if you actually think that Ukraine can beat Russia.
You don't get what I'm saying. You don't get what I'm saying. Russia said that this was supposed to be done in 2 weeks, right? And it's been 4 years, and the support has been under the Biden administration. They've held back some. Under the Trump administration, they literally have stopped intelligence, stopped funding, stopped weapons. It's been super inconsistent. And with all of that being said, Russia still can't win. My point is, what happens if we were to actually support them, like full tilt support Ukraine against Russia?
You know what? I don't think we should be. I think we should be like what Trump is doing. I think we should be trying to negotiate them to get along. But Ukraine, I don't even think they're like allies. They're not even a part of NATO. That's just like matter of fact, let's say if Russia said, look, Mexico, we gonna get y'all weapons, we gonna come in, we gonna put military over here, we would have a fit. That would be crazy. So I see what Russia is talking about.
I'm gonna stop because if I keep talking, I'll keep rambling. Swan.
But I don't. But that's what I don't agree with. I don't agree with him continuing what Biden was doing.
Okay, and hold on, Tantan. Let Swan hop in. Swan, floor is yours.
Thank you. So, I've been trying to figure out for the longest why people are always bringing up Chicago when we talk about like crime.
Because I'm in Chicago.
No. Yeah, hear me out. But because you're not the only person to say things like this, and I still hear people saying things like this, even though crime has gone down in Chicago, right? What do you know about the term black on black crime?
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know anything about that term?
Yeah, we need to we need to work on that, because that's real bad. I believe.
What if I told you that black on black crime is a myth?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because I used to be in the gang. Black Gangster Disciple. I'm a street dude, man. Like I know about these things.
So what you saw was like things and crimes that were being committed in your community, correct?
Yeah, of course, and other communities too.
Okay, but more specifically in your community, was it like a predominantly black community?
It was all black.
Yeah, so that's just crime and proximity.
It's just crime. It's just crime, bro. It's just crime.
Listen, hear me out, Tantan. The reason why people are always going towards Chicago when they want to talk about crime within the black community is because that's the first time that type of propaganda was put out. That narrative was put out there about black people. It was first put out in Chicago in a newspaper. That's why so many people are constantly going back to Chicago when they think about crime, or when we're talking about crimes and the connections to like black people, the quote unquote black on black crime, right? But if you were to look at like crime statistics, it's pretty much the same. Like for white communities and black communities, it's about the same. I think it may be off. Like, I think for us, it's like 63% or something like that. And for white people, it's like 69%.
Right.
So we don't have, I would say that there's a crime issue in this country due to poverty, right? But we wouldn't sit here and say that black on black crime is an issue. That's a term, that's a statement and a phrase that was used, right, to basically scapegoat us. Black people have to be demonized, right, in order for us to continue to get exploited, right? Because we're essentially globally, black people are the bottom class, right? And the reason why is because of racism, white supremacy, and all of these things, right? So I think it's important for you to know and understand that isn't even something that should be going through your mind, right? Yes, crime needs to go down, right? We understand that 100%. But the reason why people are always talking about your city is because that harmful narrative was put out, I think in 1970, in a newspaper in Chicago. And that is why you always hear people talking about black people and crime and associating it with Chicago. I don't even think that Chicago is on the list of like top 10 most dangerous cities. Right. It's not. You get what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but I would say this. It's crazy because when most black people get money in their pocket, they tend not to move in the black neighborhood. They tend to move in the white neighborhoods. And I wonder why, like, why wouldn't they move in a black neighborhood? Why is that?
As systemically, resources are pulled from black neighborhoods, even though in black neighborhoods, they may be paying even property taxes. They pay local taxes, such as like sales tax, things of that nature. All right, those resources are actually pulled from black neighborhood and put elsewhere. So it's a systemic issue that we have going on here at Tantan. And I mean, why? And you also want to think about it. Are you familiar with upward mobility?
No.
You're not familiar. Oh, upward mobility. Okay, so like when you know better, you do better, baby. All right. So basically, like if you have the means to live in an area, let's say in a bigger home, then you're going to move to an area with a bigger home, right, Tantan?
Right.
All right. And unfortunately with that, those neighborhoods, unfortunately, not all the time, because we do have diverse neighborhoods in the US, but most of the times those neighborhoods are which demographic?
Oh, okay.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. All right. So those are things that you have. Why are you wearing that hat, bro? that's something that you also want to put some thought behind too, 1010. Swan, am I on the right track, or because I know this is like your field?
100%. A lot of it is tied into what is called like people. Do you think segregation ended, Tantan, in the United States?
I think it's got better. Yeah.
Jimothy brought that shit back. Sorry, go ahead, Swan.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
I would
It's gonna
say
get
that.
worse.
No, he literally did.
Yeah,
Why
redlining.
is that? Like, I don't understand that. Like, why would you say something like that?
So okay, a lot of the things that his decisions, outside of just being not being, capable of actually doing his job properly or understanding anything, there's been a focus on, I would say, white supremacy. Like a lot of his decisions are rooted in racism, white supremacy, capitalism, all of those things, right? But so basically, what Erica and I are trying to explain to you is that what's at play here is systemic racism. That's the problem, right?
Right.
So de facto segregation is something that still exists in America. When it was legal, it was called de jure segregation, right? It ended, right? It's not legal. Technically, it's not legal anymore. But there are still practices that happen, like when we talk about, you're going right into this when you talked about property taxes. Yes. De facto segregation is what it's called, right? Meaning it's not something that's implemented by law, but there are still practices that are happening who keep our, where we're living in, it keeps us segregated. And when we talk about segregation, we're talking about the upper class, when it comes to classism and racism and white supremacy, having more access to resources, to better schools, to better water, their environment is better. Like all of those things, like racism plays a major role in our circumstances. And unfortunately, racism, I think, is now less visible. And I think it's difficult for people to try and understand what is happening around them. But I mean, that's just one thing. Like, I don't know if you knew that, but that term black on black crime was first used in Chicago. That's literally the reason why people are associating that with Chicago.
Okay. Santana, I want to let you know something. There's going to be a quiz after this, so I hope you're taking notes.
Hold on, but what I'm trying to understand. Let me ask you all something. Did you all
wait? Hold on, before you get too far, I just want to say the reason why I said that he brought back segregation is because he signed an executive order that removed the provision that federal buildings could no longer actually have. Yeah, federal contractors could no longer have segregate or could no longer not have segregation in those buildings. So yeah, he's allowing segregation. That's why I said that. Anyway, go ahead.
Right. Well, I want to ask this because I know y'all was talking about Trump and y'all was bringing up racism and things like that. Did any of you all vote for
Don't say what about Biden?
Yeah. I'm just asking.
Hold on. Subs. Hold on. I got to do this. Subs. Okay. First and foremost, if you're not a subscriber, get a fucking subscription. But subs, can we drop the what about Biden stickers? Subs, can we drop the what about Biden stickers in the chat? But what about Biden? Anyway, go ahead.
I just want to know, did any of you all vote for Joe Biden?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Oh Lord, but
into the sky.
Are you gonna say the 96 crime bill?
No,
what you gonna say? Or are you gonna say racial jungle? Which one?
No. It's so many of them.
Or are you gonna say what's the guy's name? Robert
Bird.
Which one are you gonna say?
I can't even pick because I seen so many videos.
No, he's gonna say the Breakfast Club.
No, not the Breakfast Club.
Oh, you ain't black?
Yeah,
no. I wouldn't even think about that. It's like this.
Hold on, Tantan.
Did not like black people. I don't understand.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Can I finish?
You said you saw a bunch of videos. Have you done any actual research and seen any actual
data? He hasn't, Hawk. We've already verified that he thinks that he's omnipresent. Go ahead, Tantan. Finish your point. We're gonna let you tell us what about Biden you're sticking with.
Okay, I don't understand. I'm sitting here listening to you all saying that Trump is a racist, but then you all go back and vote for Joe Biden. I'm not understanding that. Okay. That's why I'm like, hold on, y'all calling this man a racist, but
if I may,
We got actual video and proof of this.
No, you don't. Actually, you don't.
I'm trying to see where y'all head at.
Let me respond to you this way, Tantan.
Okay.
All white people are inherently racist. So is Joe Biden racist? Yeah. But is he overtly racist like Donald Trump? Absolutely not.
He's worse.
Do not make a comparison.
He's not.
He's what? Dog,
He's not.
Man, the things I've seen. Pull up. Hey, matter of fact, pull up a video because I tried to pull up.
Okay. Real quick. Hold on, real quick. Tantan, name one black person that's in Donald Trump's cabinet.
That's not.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Well, look.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
She's not in his cabinet, but I would say the borders, not the borders are, but the partners are. But I ain't talking about her. It's not even about racist. It's about if you qualified. He picked who he thought was qualified.
May I say something?
Sure.
I don't go by race.
Okay, hold on. Just a second. FYI, it's the one black guy who's like in charge of HUD. He always put black people in charge of HUD because the name is Urban. Anyway. Erica, and then Hawk, and then Swan.
Okay, so like Hawk said here that the covert versus overt racism that is displayed by Donald Trump is extremely overt. And then also with that, the one thing about Donald Trump versus Joe Biden is that Joe Biden, when he has made a faux pas and said something out of pocket, like the Breakfast Club interview that he did. Okay. All right. He immediately apologized, took accountability, all right, and corrected his ways. Right. And then he never made that mistake again. The thing with Donald Trump, on the other hand, is that Donald Trump I'm so sorry.
He said a bunch of shit.
Yeah, he has said a lot of stuff.
Let me hear what.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. One at a time. Erica, finish your point. Then Hawk. And then Swan Tantan. Finish your point, Erica.
Okay, all right. So one basically startling point here is, of course, the exonerated five, then known as the Central Park Five. Donald Trump repeatedly, he took out a 4-page ad letter in 4 New York magazines disparaging their name, calling for the unalignment penalty against them. All right. When they were exonerated, when they were exonerated, Donald Trump still went around saying that they were guilty of committing a crime that they were found to not have been guilty for, to be exonerated for. Even as recently as the 2024 presidential election against Kamala Harris, he still was stating that they were guilty and that they unalived the woman that was a victim there, knowing darn well that she is alive and well, thank God. But Donald Trump has never once apologized to them or made amends for the disparaging remarks that he said. So there's the stark difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump when it comes to racism. Do you understand, Tantan?
Right, I understand, but okay. I would say this. It was who was it that prosecuted these black guys? That was Democrats, right? Yeah, it was Democrats.
I don't know. Let Hawk, whatever question you have, Hawk can respond, and then I want Hawk to be able to say what he has to say.
But I would say this. I mean, I would put myself in that position if I felt like, because I'm like, I don't feel like women should be assaulted or they're like pretty much kids to me. I would say if they had evidence that pointed to these guys, I probably would have been saying the same shit. I could just put my daughter, I don't want to put my daughter in that, or my sister in that position, but I would have been saying the same thing. Like, these guys, man, they're guilty. If they the only people in the park, yeah, of course. I'm gonna stick to my word. That don't make me a racist. You feel what I'm saying? So, me personally, I don't think Donald Trump is a racist at all. I just look at a lot of the people that's against him now. They was all in pictures with him. They didn't think he was racist back then.
Yep, him and Diddy was doing all the partying. All right, Hawk, would you like to respond to that?
Oh man,
I don't know if there is a real response to that, but let's go back to the question you asked him and how he responded when you asked him how many black people are currently on Trump's cabinet, and he said something about experience. Tell me anybody on Trump's cabinet that actually has the experience to be in the job that they're in.
None of them.
I would say, what is it? What is his name?
Nope, you would be wrong.
The one who's over the military. Well,
you would absolutely be wrong if you go Pete Hegseth.
Well,
that's the least. That's the least. No. Go ahead. Who? Pete Hegseth, the Department of Defense. That's the least experienced out of all of them, and none of them are experienced. But that's one of the least experienced.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, you keep saying that. No, it's actual facts. You keep saying this opinion. Like if you stack Pete Hegseth's actual record and his resume up against like the resume of like, even you can look at the former Secretary of Defense before him. Like, what are we even talking about?
Okay, well,
not even that. Hold on,
I can't say that because the guy actually served in the military.
You're right.
Did he not serve in the military?
Pantan, hold on. I'm about to tell you. That's my opinion, but it's based on my 26-year experience in the military. I could be the damn Secretary of Defense better than Pete Hegseth because not only was he barely in the military, he was in the National Guard, which is like a reservist, and he quit because they was looking at him during the Biden inauguration or whatever and thought he might have ties to white supremacy. And because he got pissed off, he quit. So no, he does not have the experience to be in charge of the largest military organization in the world. Absolutely not. He was just a TV host, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, but
no, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Tantan, have you already followed me?
No, I didn't get to that.
All right, you need to hit the follow button because there's a whole bunch of shit you're supposed to be looking into and coming back.
All right, let me go ahead and follow you, man.
Anyway, go ahead, Hawk.
Let me look this up. Hold on. I'm about to look this up. Let me look this shit up. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I wanted to come up because he was talking about my city.
Yeah, it's always fucking Chicago. It's always Chicago. It's always Chicago.
Well, and he wrong. I don't know if he's ever left his neighborhood. Maybe that's why he thinks Chicago.
But to be fair, Hawk, he said it's from what he can see. So, like, if he's just looking at what he can see, then maybe he has a point.
He said it's because I'm not who? What'd you say?
I came up because you're talking about Chicago.
He said it's because I'm not in the neighborhood or something. I thought I heard
I said I am also from Chicago, and pretty much everything you said was incorrect. It's correct. You've never left. I'm still talking, Tantan. It's almost like you've never left your neighborhood. I'm from Chicago. I was gone for a long time, but when I retired from the military, I came back to Chicago. I have lived in several areas of Chicago. I have worked in several areas of Chicago, including the West Side. I'm from the South Side. I now live in the South suburbs in a predominantly Black, although diverse community in the South suburbs. So what you're saying about Chicago just is not true. Maybe your block is like that, but all of Chicago is not like that.
Orland Park? Over there?
No, I do not live in Orland Park. Where I live specifically doesn't matter. It is a suburb of Chicago.
Because I'm from 4410. I'm pretty sure you know about that State Street, State Way, Robert Taylor's. I'm from over there. My sister stayed.
And I'm from 69th Street. And I'm from 69th Street. I grew up in the heart of Inglewood.
I went to Harper High School in Inglewood. So yeah, I know about these. I know about these areas.
But the point is all of Chicago is not like that, and even your area.
I know that.
Okay. Hold on. Slow down. I want Hawk to be able to finish this point, and then I want to hear from Swan. Let me read these two off really quick, and then Hawk finish your point, and then I want to hear from Swan. W's in the chat for Nat. What up, Nat? Nat sent a $19.99 YouTube super chat to say, I just want one piece of that chicken you had the other night. Love you, fam. Listen, Nat, love you more. But if you think the chicken is busting, you got to see. Have you seen the Scooby-Doo sandwich I've been getting? Chat. Tell me if y'all think the Scooby-Doo sandwich is fire. Because if you think the chicken was good, that Scooby-Doo sandwich. Also, W's in the chat for Phil. Phil sent a $2 donation saying Tantan didn't interrupt until Erica. Exactly. You clocked it. You absolutely clocked it. W's in the chat for Phil, guys. Thank you so much for the donation. If you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. You can also support the live over on YouTube with a YouTube super chat, and I will read that out. Last but not least, guys, if you look up at the top and you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. This is the main account. This is the main account. Go ahead and hit that follow button. If you are following, go ahead and send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It helps boost the live. Let's knock out these little donuts. And also, let's take care of the people that's on the panel. We got Hawk, we got Erica, we got Swan. Let's show them some love. Hawk, go ahead and finish your point with Tantan, and then I want Swan to get an opportunity.
Yeah, I'll land here. I don't, because I would just be repeating what Swan and Erica has already said or whatever. He just needs to understand that the ideology behind using Chicago and actually to stretch the point that Swan made, Chicago barely makes the top 20 nationwide in terms of crime across the country or whatever, not even in the top 20. So when you say the stuff that you say, especially as a black man, you're just perpetuating the myth that they wanted out there in the first place that they've been doing since the 60s. Actually, before that. But I'll land there, Santana.
Tantan, do you have anything that you want to say? And then whatever you say, direct it towards Swan.
I'm looking up the Secretary of Defense because I think I just seen something about him being deployed to Iraq.
Okay.
What does that
mean? I was just about to say, cool story. Also, look up his drinking history and also his essay history. Look those up too. Swan.
I think as this conversation unfolds, there is a lot of education that needs to be taken in on Tantan's part. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way in any way, shape, or form, but I do think, Tantan, it's important. And this is something that a lot of people do. You're living in your, environment, and you only see your environment and you only see your needs. And I think that it's important for you to, when we're talking about like the ways in which like law and policies and things like that are going to affect us, we really need to be taking in information and analyzing and discussing things at the macro level, not necessarily the individual level, if that makes sense. Yep. And I think another issue too that I've been noticing a lot of, and he's probably, I don't know if he's focusing on what I'm saying because he seems focused on what he's looking for, but I think
Tantan, can you come back to the app for a second just to make sure we don't lose you?
Okay.
If you're gone for too long.
Okay. Yeah, I heard everything she was saying. I just want to, I had to look up,
Well, real quick, before you get into like the next point that you want to make, I was I was on Solid's panel yesterday, and someone came up and
Solid.
Yes, he's so cool. Someone came up and I was watching their page, and there was so much misinformation on the page. Basically, what they did was a lot of the videos that he had posted on his page was a Trump supporter. He's actually Mexican. The videos are using like statistics, but they're framing these statistics in a very like incorrect way, right? To make people think certain things, right? So like they were talking about children being trafficked, and that like was related to like immigration and things like that. And people that are coming into this country, right, that are undocumented. It was a horrible video. What was in there was just like, it was misinformation. It was really skewed. It was really jumbled up. But it puts a narrative out there that is not true. Okay. And I've noticed that you've been saying that you've been seeing certain videos. Not all of these videos are going to be accurate. Like, listen, one time I spilled coffee on my laptop, right, Tantan? So I was like, dang, I'm going to have to get this fixed. Let me see if I can fix it myself. How do I, whatever. So I went onto YouTube and I just typed in spilled coffee on my laptop, right? Just to see what my options could be to get it fixed or whatever. And the first video that I watched was this fixed. The reason why I'm saying that is because there's a lot of content out there. I think that that's something that the right was able to the right was able to reel those in that don't think critically. those that don't do their research and analyze things at the macro level, you guys unfortunately have been basically like got fell for the okie doke. Unfortunately,
I think you're doing a great job.
Hold on. Let me just say this real quick before you go, Tantan. Not someone over on YouTube saying, did Swan make her YouTube yet? Literally calling you out. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tantan.
Yeah. Now, to the guy, what's his name? The guy. I don't even think he's still up there, but
I'm still here.
No. Why are you talking to Hulk? Talk to Swan. Swan literally just. Did you listen to anything that Swan just said to you?
He did not.
Yo, you gonna come back and say something weird again?
Nah, he's still looking up Hegseth.
He is.
Exactly. That's what he was doing. That's why he wasn't.
Hey, look, I got y'all. I said I was gonna do my research, and
why are you doing your research in the middle of a conversation, though?
Well, you talk.
I told you to come back. I said hit the follow button and come back. Not now.
But can I say this though?
Go ahead, Tantan. But say it to Swan, because Swan just dropped so much knowledge on your head, Tantan.
Okay, I will respond to her, but let me
how you gonna respond when you didn't listen?
Because I listened to her, but what I'm saying is I just want to respond to Hulk.
And you cannot sit here and say something like that and it not be true, because I'm looking at.
But it's very true. How about them Cowboys? I saw someone say, if you, cool, Swan, I saw this. I want you to answer this question for me. If you had 30 years of statistical data showing that for 30 years straight, someone was going to be able to make this one shot. They would shoot a basketball and they would make the shot. And for 30 years straight, every time they shot the basketball one time, they would hit that shot. On the 31st year, how much money would you bet that they're going to hit that shot?
All of it. A lot. 1,000, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000.
All of it? Okay, cool. Then somebody's like, if you have 30 years of history showing you that the Cowboys are not going to win the Super Bowl, why would you think that they're going to win the Super Bowl on the 31st year?
Right.
Anyway, Tantan, your point.
Yeah, but I would say this. Like, everything that he said, Hulk said was, it wasn't correct. So I just read what I read wasn't correct. Now,
what? Be specific.
Well, he said he only served as the National Guard, but that's not true. That's not what I'm looking at. It also say he's deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan.
You realize as National Guard and Reserve, you can be activated. I'm asking you a question to clarify what you're saying. You realize as National Guard or Reserve, you can be activated and sent overseas. That doesn't mean you're now on active duty, like in the active duty army. You're still in the National Guard. You've just been activated for a period of time to go do what you got to do. You're still in the National Guard.
Pete Hegseth, after graduating from Princeton in 2023, he was commissioned as second lieutenant in the United States Army through the Reserve Officer Training Corps, ROTC program. He served in Minnesota's Army National Guard, including a period at the Guantanamo Bay detention camp, and later volunteered for service in Iraq. Yeah. Exactly. W's in the chat for Haley. Fucking massive W's in the chat for Haley, who sent a $25 donation to say thanks for the education, sir. Haley, thank you so much for the $25 donation. You're freaking awesome. W's in the chat for Alaskan Fury, who sent a $5 donation saying, what would Tantan say if I told him Alaska is top 5 in violent violent and property crime. Let me guess. I'll look it up. He needs to research who he's supporting and his facts. You're absolutely right, Alaskan Fury. Thank you so much for that $5 donation, guys. If anyone would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Or you can send a YouTube super chat. Guys, make sure you hit the follow button. Go ahead, E.
So, Tantan, to sort of piggyback off of what Swan was saying, instead of looking at the micro, which means like what's directly around you, you want to look at the macro, the bigger picture of things, and see how like the rhetoric in which you get on these panels and you put out there, how it's detrimental to the Black community, because you're with you not doing your research and knowing that, 1350 is a myth, that Chicago is not one of the most violent cities in this country, and so on and so forth, you're doing a disservice to your own people and definitely to yourself. Are you like aware that like 57% of Americans never move out of their home state? Did you know that, Tantan? Yes or no?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
Also, just FYI, people, even you, E, you can't use 1350 anymore because now Black people is more than 13% of the population. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. I agree with that one. I say I agree with that one.
You agree with what one?
What you agree with?
That Black people are more than 13% of the population.
I agree with 14% now. Anyway, go ahead, E. That was not the point to get stuck on. That was just a throwaway. That was literally just a throwaway.
Right. I'm just telling you, I agree with it.
I wonder, like, do you actually hear the words that Swan and I are saying? Do I need to go turn on my console and make my voice deeper?
E, when you and Swan talk, I'm convinced he hears wah 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 wah.
I do, but sometimes
he said I do.
He did. He definitely did.
I do, but me personally, I like to have
it's so redundant.
I like to have conversations.
He didn't hear that.
I like to have conversations with the guys.
What? Bro, did you just admit to being misogynist?
Oh my God, Lord have mercy.
You did 100%.
You literally just did that.
Daughter Tantan?
Yes.
Hold on. I was gonna end, but you know what? Hold on. Cool. Hawk, I'm gonna drop you down if you don't mind. All right, appreciate you. Hold on.
Hey, Santana.
Hold on, Tantan. Hold on. Give me a second, Tantan.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Give me just a moment, Tantan.
Oh shit.
You don't mind.
Hey, my peoples. Hey.
Yeah. Where in the world is Adorna when you need her? Somebody go get Adorna.
I just simply came up here to protest about the leg extensions.
No. You're in here with us now. You have to stay.
No. I'm gonna stay, but I would like to protest. Right, the leg extensions with the short arms and little hands. We are still not over prosthetic earlobes, my guy. And then you hit us with the people extending legs, bro. No. Immediately no.
Sometimes.
Immediately no. So Tantan, I feel uncomfortable calling you by your gang name, sir, respectfully.
No,
can I call you? Can I call you Terrence Malone? Because that's your name, ain't it?
Yeah, you can call me that.
Great, baby. How old you is again?
I'm 42.
42. Have you ever read a book beyond what you learned from high school? If you graduated high school?
Yeah, I graduated high school.
Great. All the things that Trump has said, have you never taken the time to research anything? Name one thing you've researched that Trump has said.
Well, I mean, I would say this. I think he had something like the
Hey, Terrence, I'm an old lady. Okay, I'm an old lady. I asked you a specific finite question. Name one thing Trump has said that you have taken the time out to research? Just one thing, even if it's so much as his shoe size, what color drawers he wear, why just portions of his face is orange and the rest ain't baby name. One thing.
Right. He had a bill for specifically for Black Americans.
No, he didn't.
My God, today.
Know this.
So hold on. So
Okay,
Terrence, where did you research this at, baby?
Well, love, you got to read where everybody else research their stuff at.
Go.
My
but
God,
I will say this, Santana, like.
Hold on.
No, why would you go back to Santana? You got to talk to one of these other people on the. Wait, no, Santana. And I'm sorry. Let me set the grounds for engagement, like the actual rules for engagement. Now, what's his name? Terrence. What's the guy's name? Erica. Trey. Is his name Trey? No, Trey. What's the guy's name? Kal-El?
Tantan? Oh, Kal-El is Trey.
Trey, fuck you and get out of the box. I'm sorry.
Not him requesting.
Yeah. So this is the rules of engagement, Tantan. I'm going on mute, right? You have hold on. You have a bunch of different people up here to choose to talk from. If you look down in the bottom corner, you're going to see Kay. Kay is actually going to run the panel. And so if anything needs to go through you, it can go through her, but you can talk to the rest of them. I'm going to sit here on mute while you have the conversation with them. So.
Well, hey, look,
Terrence, this misogynistic behavior is making me want to braid my ass hairs with barbed wire, right? The fact that, Terrence,
what's up?
The fact that you set your big ass age up here and said you only want to talk to a man is
right, because I'm
crazy
a woman
work.
run my household.
Hey, this ain't your house, my guy. This ain't your house. What do? Bark orders at your woman and she just obeys you?
Especially if I don't agree with her.
So what do? Just bark orders at your woman if you even got a woman and she just rup means yes and rup means no? Like, how do you treat your woman in your house?
I treat my woman right. But she know her place and I know my place. I know
Not him running.
I thought I had a gift of calling out the races. Look like I've developed a new niche to call out the misogyny. He ran.
Wait, not Tantan running from the scary ladies.
And a little old lady who got two bad hips and running out of WD-40. Ain't that some shit?
Him running might be for the best because I didn't have some nice words to say.
That was a lot.
Well, Santana, I guess I can't talk to you no more. I'm just gonna talk to the ladies. I'm gonna do some misandry up here. I'm gonna pull in the door now. I'm do some misandry up here.
You got the floor. I want to also hear from Kay and Erica and Swan as well. I want to hear from everybody and then we got it.
Isn't Kay a moderator?
Kay is the moderator.
The moderator. Okay, no disrespect me. I ain't know. Hey, Kay. Hey, Miss Kay.
Hey, Miss Santy. I've seen you all over. I love your work. I do love your work.
Girl, thank you.
All right. Anything any of you wanted to say? I thought you guys wanted. Like, I know. I'm sure he's still here. So, like, there's that. I don't know.
What are you gonna say to a piece of poop? He's a piece of poop. What are you gonna say to him? What would be the point?
I can be Erica's translator since apparently she don't cuss. He a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. And you're a piece of shit.
That part. Yeah.
I'm sorry I took away y'all toy. I didn't mean to.
I know for a fact he's not even paying all the bills. Right. Telling some of his woman don't talk over him. Yes, she do. You know she run that house. Stop playing. Like, come on.
Not only that, I think there is a connection between him watching these videos, right? Because listen, we have to start paying attention to red pill and the path that it puts men on and young boys onto the alt-right pipeline. Like going down that. I actually had someone send me a really good clip. I'm going to post it on my story so people can see it. But like, there has to be something to that. I think that all of the propaganda out there that's, radicalizing men, it can radicalize Black men too. We know that only white men will benefit from it, but it can radicalize any man. And I think that is, it's a problem. It has men really out here beating on their chest, talking about some alpha male. No, absolutely not. My dad, an amazing man, took care of his 5 children and a sick wife. Not once did he ever need to say, I am an alpha man. And that's really what we just witnessed up here. Exactly. You have alpha and you don't know not one statistic. You so lucky you left, because you would have left crying listen, he's lucky he ran.
Exactly. And I'm just going to say this, Trey, you still a bitch, and now you're a bitch that's muted. But also I just want to say, like, I appreciate each and every one of you coming up here, because like the whole point of him, like, oh, I'm not going to speak to, like, that was why I thought that he was mistakenly saying that. And then like he said the quiet part out loud, which is wild. I want to say this real quick, and then Kay, I want to see if you have anything to say. Massive W's in the chat for New Blue. New Blue sent a $50 YouTube super chat to say, Santana, can you ask Auntie if she's looking to adopt a handsome middle-aged man with lots of WD-40? W's in the chat for New Blue Eyes.
Long as you got that sock with the dry beans or rice in it that we can heat up in the microwave, because I can't afford a heating pad running up my electricity bill. Run that DM, bro.
W's in the chat. Thank you so much for that $50 YouTube super chat. Kay, I'm sorry that I had to loop you into this nonsense, but I appreciate you. What you got?
No, I always get upset when they bring up my city.
I know, right?
It's so true about how hyper-focused people get on the micro stuff and not, look at the macro. But, the way that Chicago was built, the way that, physically built by concrete and barrier, and just the over-policing, it's something that whenever we have guests that, invoke Chicago, it's infuriating. And just the interrupt, it was like, it always seems to happen to Erica too the most. Like, as soon as she starts talking, someone's, interrupting her, usually, man. But I don't know. I think I'm over tonight.
I am too. We were supposed to be done a while ago, but then he
I know. Yep. You saw what I said when you said how long you were going to be on.
I know.
I swear, I think you have more clocks than anyone I know, and still are unable to read them.
Listen, I would have been done earlier, but then like Swan and Erica deboed me into them joining the panel. And then so did Hawk. And so like all 3 of them forced me to stay, Kay. Like
the lie don't care who tell it.
It don't.
I just got here.
Like I'm a lie detector, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Lies have been detected out of your mouth.
I know. Lies have been detected out your mouth, Erica and Auntie and Swan and Hawk.
No, not these wonderful women that are up here.
Yeah, Hawk. Lies have been detected.
May your pinky toe find every steel corner in your house on the way to bed.
Thank you so much. Yes.
May you be so sick that you go to tinkle at night that you look like the toilet moving and you spray TT all over your walls.
Yeah.
The W's I'm gonna send Legos to management so she can spread them on the floor.
May all your future grits be crispy.
Fun fact: I don't walk around the house without these on. These are my lemon pepper steppers, right? So
a Lego can find them way in there.
Try me. Like I literally get out of the bed and slide them on. I don't take a step without them.
I would like to point out, because I know you're about to end, we always give kudos to Swan's chat when she's live, because Swan's chat be lit. But I think tonight, Santana, unless Swan goes live, your chat won, because they said when Tan took off, his woman heard him.
Oh, I bet. Listen, wait. Not even gonna hold you. TikTok, you're cool. I love you. Like, not even, listen, TikTok, the TikTok chat, you're like a classy partner, right? You're elegant, you're prompt, you are, you're just wonderful. But YouTube? YouTube, listen, they're the fun partner. Like, you never know what you're gonna get into. Like, YouTube is lit. Not even gonna hold you. TikTok, I love you so much, but YouTube, not even gonna hold you. You should see the YouTube chat. W's in the chat for Alaskan Fury, who sent a $25 donation saying, "Can we please play the?" This is by request. This didn't come from me. This is by request. $25 donation in honor of Terrence and his misogyny. Alaskan Fury sent a $25 donation and said,
"I was a bitch. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a fucking bitch. I got it.
Yeah,
I was a
bitch.
About
right.
I was a bitch.
All right.
I was fucking scared."
W's in the chat for Alaskan Fury for the $25 donation. E.
Yes. I got nothing. I know you a lie and the truth ain't in you.
I know that's right, Swan. Eric was talking to you.
What? No, I think Nicole was talking to you.
Couldn't be.
That's a mess. You are not well, Santana. You are not well.
Does anyone else find it odd that Santana can spot the misogyny elsewhere, but the calls coming from inside the house?
Well, I can't be misogynist because I have a bunch of women on my panel right now.
I can't. No. No.
Please,
you are all
8 pound, 6 ounce melanated Jesus. When you send that lightning bolt, it's the motherfucker with the hat on their head. Just don't miss. Just don't miss. It's the motherfucker with the hat.
All right, I got to get out of here. Thank you all for coming up. Seriously, that was wild. I didn't expect him to make like that, like wild turn, but I'm glad that that Erica clocked it and Swan, like, held it down. So I appreciate every single one of you. So,
Swan, you going live? Do you need to go get something to snack on? Your seltzer water, a salad?
Faisal's live. He's live.
Okay, then we're going to do a raid on Faisal.
Yeah, I'll drop you guys, and someone put it in the chat.
Have a great night, everyone.
All right. Let's do this.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Voila. All right, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to get real intimate with this wrap up tonight. All right. Hey, chat. How you mama now? How you people doing, chat? How was your day? Did you guys have a good day? I hope you guys had a good day. It was a day. I'll just say that. It was a day. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Anywho, I guess we're gonna call it. How do you say this? Is she the blue jog? I can't say your username because that's a lot, but I love you way more. Period. I'm just gonna call you 7522 over on YouTube. Tell I love you too. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Quick outro, shall we? Let's do it. Let's get out of here.
stepped in the box, now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here, you better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts like lies, get left in shame. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no
guys, I love you so much. I do. I appreciate everybody for being here. You guys were amazing tonight. You were a lot of fun. I love you all. Get some sleep. Everybody go to bed. It's night time. Go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe. Be good. I love you all. Thank you for all the taps, the likes, the gifts, the shares. Let's go Ray Faisal. I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. Have a wonderful night. I love you. And as always, peace.